Welcome back, everybody, to the F-Zero playthrough. Today we'll be knocking out the rest of the Night League. And we're starting off with Sand Ocean. God, I love Sand Ocean. I love this music. But then again, I love all the music. Pretty sure I mentioned that last time. Another thing I really love about the oh god, I'm starting off really badly here. Another thing I really love about the F-Zero series is look at these backgrounds. Just take a look at the background. Look at it, looks like a giant ocean of sand, which is obviously the implication of its name. But I mean, look at all that stuff in the background. Look at you got like some sort of weird mushroom-like formation rock thing. Look at that thing. It looks like a giant hat. Rock. A giant rock hat. That's another thing about the F-Zero series that really captured my imagination. It's just the backgrounds are just so out there. Look at that thing. It's a giant conch shell. Conch, C-O-N-C-H, with like spikes on it. That's so insane. I mean, you can't see it for very long because I'm like spinning. There it is. You can't, I'm spinning around real fast. Well, regardless of that. Oh, one of the things I forgot to mention is that after every lap, you can go to the pit stop, which are those glowing lines that I've been pretty much ducking in and out of, and that'll restore your power. What happens is the official car, as it's called, will swoop down and heal your car's power level over 9,000. Anyway, about F-Zero, the story goes that F-Zero is set in the year 2560 when humanity's multiple encounters with alien lifeforms had resulted in the expansion of Earth's social framework. This led to commercial, technological, and cultural interchanges between planets. The multi-billionaires who earned their wealth through intergalactic trade were mainly satisfied with their lifestyles, although most coveted more entertainment in their lives. This resulted in a new entertainment based on the Formula One races to be founded with vehicles that could hover 1 foot above the track. These Grand Prix races were soon named F-Zero after a rise in popularity of the races. I guess it's also worth mentioning that, like Mario Kart, F-Zero also has rubber band AI. And as I mentioned, at least I hope, because I'm definitely recording this before I even mention it, rubber band AI is basically the CPUs behind me will catch up if I'm going too fast for them. They will just drive way faster than they are supposed to. That's the basic gist of rubber band AI. What else? Right. Oh, one of the parts mentioned that F-Zero is a lot like a finesse racer, in that it requires lots of practice, good memorization skills, and a rather fine sense of control. And I agree with that, because like Mario Kart, in F-Zero you can drift by pretty much holding the L and R buttons, which is what I've been doing. When you hear that little scritch like that, that's me holding the R button to get a better turn. And zooming right into first. Very cool. Oh god, coming up next is one of the two most hardest tracks in the entire game. Come on, hurry up, switch already. Deathwind 1. Deathwind 1, according to the... Oh, wait, hold on, I'll stop for 1 second, because I want you to see, right out of the gate, looks like I'm being pushed, like shoved all the way to the right. That's the gimmick of this level, the Deathwind. Basically, there's a really strong wind here that pushes your car to one side. Now you see it's pushing me to the left. And you pretty much have to keep a good sense of control on it. And for whatever reason or another, the pit stop is not affected by the wind. So when you hit the pit stop, you can pretty much just go straight. Deathwind, according to the instruction booklet, is the most peaceful place in the universe. A place where fierce winds blow without respite. Though this course has been simply designed, it is narrow and difficult to travel along due to severe side winds. However, often winning or losing is decided by how skillfully a pilot is able to use the dash zones. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to read. But yeah, they really complicated that with the little dash zones. They really didn't have to put that in there. And that little chime you heard was me getting another 10,000 points, and that gives me an extra life on the bottom right-hand side where my little blue falcon caricature is. Every time you get 10,000 points, you get an extra life. Huzzah! As you can see, I'm not using my S boosts for whatever reason. Oh god! When I come back and play F-Zero after a while, I always seem to forget about them. There we go. Now I'm using one of them. I can just use those to get across the gray parts. What else about F-Zero? F-Zero is acknowledged by critics to be the game that set a high standard for the racing genre and the creation of the futuristic sub-genre. Critics lauded F-Zero for its fast and challenging gameplay, variety of tracks, and extensive use of the graphical mode called Mode 7. This graphics rendering technique was considered by critics to be an innovative technological achievement at the time that made racing games more realistic, the first of which was F-Zero. As a result, the title reinvigorated the racing genre and inspired the future creation of numerous racing games. However, critics agree that the game should have used a multiplayer mode. And so do I, because I would have loved to have raced my friends in this game. That would have been like, super special awesome. Boom! Yeah, that's a fairly short track. I mean, it's really simple. It's O-shaped. But the Deathwind does not make it simple. Look at that stuff in the background. It looks like giant bones or something that have been just bended by the force of the wind. So surreal. And last but not least, in the Night League, we have Silence. How ominous a name is that? Seriously. The next track up is Silence. Silence, according to the instruction booklet, is a truly soundless planet where not even a single noise can be heard. Designated as the final course for the Night League, this course is made up almost entirely of right-angled corners. It is truly a test of a pilot's judgment and technique in cornering. And that little, like, pause thing there was me, like, screwing up. I hit pause way too soon. As you can see, there are indeed very sharp right-angled turns. There's also a little, I guess you could call it a shortcut, where you can just kind of zip through right here, down this straightaway, but those little red circle things are mines, and if you hit them, they're going to explode, and they're going to pretty much take out some of your power, and they're going to throw you against the side of the track. I love this music. I love this music. I love Silence. Look at that background as well. You've got like those giant rock obelisk things, but to me they've always looked like poops. I don't know why. Look at that purple moon. That's so cool. And then on the other side of the track, it looks like the horizon is bending over one of those pillars right there. It's so cool. But regardless of that, you know, I set the difficulty to beginner because I want to get through this playthrough. Oh man, that stupid jerk. I just want to get through this playthrough and, like, not crash out a zillion times and extend this for much longer than it has to be. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention, those pink flashing cars are basically like cars whose power is, like, almost at critical level. If you run into them, they will explode just like mines, and you will lose some of your power, and it will throw you against the side of the track, thereby making you lose even more power. So go figure. Oh god. Using that S boost just to kind of get this done. Watch this. Suicidal. Oh my god. S boost. Oh no. No, that's true. I forgot to mention as well, if you fly outside of the track, you automatically explode. At least I think I mentioned that, didn't I? The game instruction booklet mentioned something about falling to the land like hundreds of feet below, but they really did a bad job of that. It just looks like it's right outside the track. And once you finish the final track in the league, this happens. Basically, it shows every single one of your breakdowns for all of the tracks that you raced in the league. First up, Mute City 1, which is number 1. Number 2 was Big Blue, right. Big Blue, of course, all the laps that you took, your rank in every single lap, and how long it took you to finish the track. Then, of course, you have 3, Sand Ocean. Yes, they can't touch my super awesome speed, skill, gameplay. Oh, that was a little skip there. Number 4, Deathwind, of course. I think that's like the shortest track in the entire game. And, of course, Silence, number 5. They don't actually put the names, they just put the numbers. Don't ask me why. Go, Captain Falcon! And then after that, you see a record breakdown of all the tracks that you finished, your best record, your best lap, just like in Mario Kart. Pretty much, you got Mute City, Silence, and all that other stuff. And of course, for whatever reason, I just felt like showing off all of my times. I don't think anybody cares, though. But what is cool is that it shows all of the surreal backgrounds in every single one of the breakdowns for the tracks. Oh, Deathwind, how I hate thee! Well, looks like that's it for this part of the F-Zero playthrough. I hope you'll all join me in part 3, where I'll be taking on the Evil Queen League. It's actually just called the Queen League, not Evil Queen League. And once you finish through the game, at least once, then a records menu comes up if you ever want to see your records again. Okay, well, that's about it. See you all next time.